Hey everybody, it's Mr. Knox. Before we start this month's episode, I just wanted to let you know that March is National Music in Our Schools Month. On behalf of Mrs. Kellstrom and myself, we'd like to thank all of Florence County for their continued support of the Florence Music Department. Whether it's elementary music, middle and high school band or choir, or even things like this podcast, we thank you for your continued support of our department. And now, for this month's episode of the Florence BobCAST.
Hey everyone, we're back again, but this time we have some exciting events coming up.
Yes, very, very exciting.
The spring volleyball tournament. People have been planning teams for this since last year? Probably.
I'd imagine
the topic comes up during homecoming, like during the summer. People are talking about volleyball tournaments before the school year even starts, and the day is coming tomorrow.
Yep. As of this recording, on Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Last day before spring break.
Yep.
So excited.
Yes. Very exciting because as members of NHS, we had to push our way into getting this tournament to happen. So we are very grateful that we're getting this opportunity this year to participate in the volleyball tournament again.
Yeah, we've had to put a lot of work in. We created the brackets, put teams up. We've had to make medals, and there's all sorts of things that are going into this, and I'm glad that we're able to have this opportunity.
We also have quite a bit to discuss today regarding other aspects of the school district, so I guess let's get into this episode. Welcome to the Florence BobCAST. I'm Kenzi Gummin.
And I'm Sidney Tomczak.
Keeping you in the loop about what is going on in the school district of Florence County. This is episode 6, March 2021.
The Northern Lakes Conference announced their all-conference award winners, and we had several here at Florence. In girls basketball, freshman Bella Millen won second-team all-conference, and senior Lacey Enders won honorable mention. In boys basketball, junior Patrick Millen won first-team all-conference as well as Northern Lakes Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Sophomore Evan Johnson won second-team all-conference, and sophomore Dominic DeMurray won honorable mention. Congratulations also to Caitlin Kelly, Paige Uren, Lacey Enders, and Evan Johnson for achieving academic all-conference this season. To be eligible, student-athletes must be a multiple varsity letter winner in their given sport, have to have no athletic code violations, and maintain a 3.5 GPA or higher. Congratulations again to all of this season's winners. The school board voted unanimously to return to a 5-day-a-week instructional schedule beginning after spring break on the week of April 5th. If you have any questions, please call the school at 715-528-3215.
Finalists have been announced for the superintendent position here at school. As of this recording, the finalists are Dr. Gail Libke, elementary principal at the Norwalk, Ontario Wilton School District, Mr. Carl Morin, associate superintendent of the Menominee Indian School District, and Dr. Garion Metner, 7 through 12 principal of the Gibraltar School District. Current Superintendent Mr. Ben Niehaus has submitted his resignation to the school board effective June 30th and has accepted a position within the Wisconsin Association of School Boards. We will report in next month's episode if a candidate has been selected. Remember, if you are looking for information on the upcoming referendum, visit myflorence.org and click Referendum 2021.
Every year, on March 2nd, schools celebrate Read Across America, an initiative created by the National Education Association to encourage students to expand their horizons throughout books. Locally, elementary school librarian Miss Becky Wilcox made an entire month's worth of activities for the students to celebrate the power of reading. We took some time to talk with Miss Wilcox about these activities. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, no problem.
Can you tell us a little bit about Read Across America?
I sure can. The background of Read Across America is back in 1998, the National Education Association developed it, and it was guided by a committee of educators. It's a program that focuses on motivating children and teens to read through events, partnerships, and reading resources that are about everyone and for everyone. And I've never really done any school-wide activities up until this school year. We've talked about different things during Read Across America Month, but this year we kind of not went crazy, but we really did a lot more with it than we have in the past.
So then could you tell us some of the activities that the students have been able to take part in?
I certainly can. The two major ones that we've done are at the beginning of the month, we did a Bitmoji guessing game contest where each teacher and staff member at the elementary school either made a Bitmoji of themselves and sent it to me, or had a Bitmoji made by either myself or one of the other staff members and sent it to me. And I created a scene with all the Bitmojis together and then made a guessing game paper for the upper end students, 3rd through 6th graders, that had a piece of paper with all the names of 20 different staff members on one side of the paper and their pictures on that side of the paper, and then the other 20 on the back side, and they had to do a matching activity from the names to the teachers or the staff members on each side. And then the lower end students, 5K through 2nd grade, had a Google form that I created with 4 different choices for each picture to try to figure out who was who. And then the top students, the top 12 students, it was supposed to be 10, but there was 12. We didn't want to cut anybody off who got the answers the same as anybody else. So it was the top 12 students in 4th through 6th grade got to participate in the celebration. And the top students out of 5K, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd got to participate yesterday. And the celebration was they got to throw a whipped cream pie in the face of one of 10 different staff members who volunteered to be part of the celebration. So it was a lot of fun. We all went out onto the soccer field in the playground area. Each class stayed with their designated classroom, and they all were in their own area, but we were kind of around in a circle in the soccer field. So everybody got to watch. We started with the people who guessed the most correct at the beginning. They chose the staff member they wanted to pie in the face. The staff member and the student then were in the middle of the circle with everybody watching and cheering, and the student got to put a pie in the teacher's face, which was a lot of fun. All the students really enjoyed watching and participating. It was a good time. And then the younger students didn't know they were going to be able to participate, but we surprised them with one kid from each grade to pie the face of the teachers as well. So it was exciting. The students are also able to participate in a reading competition, which they were given the challenge to read 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week for all 4 weeks in March. And they have a reading log that is sent home each week for families to write down the amount of minutes that each student read. They then bring those reading logs into school and place them in the box outside of the library, and I log those into my spreadsheet, and then everybody who participates and fulfills the 5 days a week for 20 minutes a day for all 4 weeks will get a Book It gift certificate for a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. If the total class between 2 classes in each grade level gets at least 90% of the people participating, the PTO offered to do a popcorn party for that class after the month of March. And the last thing is all the students who participated and completed the challenge are put into a drawing, one for each grade level. The PTO is buying a $10 Tri-City Cinema 8 gift certificate for one student in each grade level. So that's pretty exciting as well.
So we're curious to know the winner of the picture book March Madness contest. Do you have a winner yet?
Not yet. Our library March Madness competition started at the beginning of the month. We had 24 teachers who gave their very favorite picture book to me, either teachers or staff members, and I had them head-to-head each weekday of the month so far. So from March 1st through the 12th day of school, Monday through Friday, we had 2 different picture books head-to-head, and then the winner of that moved on, and then we are right in the end of the second round right now. The students are given a Google form link in their Google Classroom under their library area, and the staff members also have access to the link. And the link is also posted to our school Facebook page by Mrs. Chartier each evening at 5 o'clock for any community members or families to vote as well between the 2 books. And what happens is on the form I have the name of the book, a picture of the book cover, and also a link to a read-aloud video of each book for people to be able to read it or listen to it if they have never read it before, and then make their decision, place their vote. Then I go on after 7:30. I turn off the voting and see who the winner is for each, which then moves on, very similar to the the basketball NCAA March Madness competition. We actually have, today is the last day of the second round of the competition. Tomorrow and Friday, we will have the first two books in the semifinals face off. Those ones will be There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly versus the Garofalo. The second one will be The Little Old Man Who Could Not Read versus Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. And then the last one will be Just a Dream versus the winner of today's competition, which is between Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham and Mice Skating. And then after vacation, we'll have that last competition round, and then down to the final three, which the students will get to vote on, and we'll find out the very favorite picture book of our students, staff, and families. So it's kind of fun.
Well, thank you again for joining us today.
No problem. Anytime, ladies.
During the second semester, we have had the privilege to have a foreign exchange student here at the high school. Francesca Casonato is from Italy and has been in Florence now for the last 9 weeks. Francesca tells us a little bit about where she's from and the differences and similarities of schools and life in general between Italy and the United States. Thank you, Francesca, for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So could you tell us a little bit about where you're from?
I'm from the north part of Italy. It's a city called Trento. We have around 100,000 inhabitants. So we're autonomous from the rest of Italy, so we don't pay as many taxes as the other regions do. So it's pretty cold. The climate, it's similar to this place.
What do you like most about being a foreign exchange student?
The thing I like the most is that I can share my culture and I have a feedback of another culture. So it's like a mix. And I like talking in English and being able to practice this language. And I like being able to start a new life here because no one knows me and knows my past. So I was able to start my experience as myself and not as someone that has a past.
What do you like the most about Florence?
I like the people the most because it's a small city and I'm used to living in a bigger city, but I love everyone that's here because they're very friendly, they're very open-minded about accepting my culture, and I like the fact that it's in the nature and there's a lot of stuff to do in the nature and not just stay home and watch your phone.
What do you miss most about home?
Probably the food that my mom makes, and my friends, obviously, but probably the food. But my friends I miss them, but at the same time, I'm meeting a lot of people that are good friends for me right now.
This is your final reminder that the referendum is on the Tuesday, April 6th ballot. Please be sure to get out and vote. Information about your local polling place can be found at myvote.wi.gov.
Spring break is March 29th through April 2nd. Spring sports practices begin on April 19th. Information about all available high school spring sports can be found in the high school office.
Remember, you can find all of the district's upcoming events, including athletic events or changes, at our website, myflorence.org, or at our Facebook page.
That wraps it up for this month's episode of the Florence BobCAST. For more information about events at the school, please visit our website, myflorence.org, or the Florence County School District Facebook page. This episode was produced by Mr. Robert Knox. Our theme music is Island by Jericho. This podcast is a production of the Florence High School Music Department. Tune in next month for the next episode of the Florence BobCAST. I'm Sidney Tomczak.
And I'm Kenzi Gummin.
Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you at the next cast.